The beginning. This is the beginning. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Together, I will tell you the story of the machine and how the world went. Griffin and I were both 25 and we hadn't seen each other since college, but kept in close contact. I was working at a cybersecurity firm and I really wasn't sure what he had been doing. He always just told me that he was, quote unquote, just working on something, end of quotes. I took a few vacation days from work to go and see him. We went camping for a night, and when we woke up the following morning, he told me about the machine. Wowsies! Sure is beautiful, I said, stepping out of my tent. Damn right it is, Griffin responded. He was a silhouette in front of the red light in dawn creeping over the mountain behind him. Come here, he said, fixing a pot of coffee. Yes, sir. It's serious. Come here. I sat beside him on a large log we'd rolled over the night before to sit around the fire. What's up? I want to tell you something, he said. Tell me what? What I've been working on. Oh, all right. But hear me loud and clear. You can't tell anybody. It's a secret between me, you, and God. I won't. I swear to. No. I don't need any promises or swears. I just need your word. Say it again. You won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody, Griff. Okay, then. He spit out his thermal and muttered, a man only is good as his word. Someone famous said that, I think. I think that's from the Bible, dude. Ah, that's funny considering what I'm about to tell you. Makes me wonder if there is a God. He trailed, looking off in the distance. That uneased me. For some reason. Go on, tell me. Let me start off by saying this. I know how it's going to sound. Crazy. I know. You're gonna think, good, Griff has lost his mind. But bear with me now. I have proof. I have it with me. You have what with you? The machine. That's what I call it. What does it do? It can. Well, let me just show you. He ran to his tent, unzipped something, and came back with a laptop of sorts. But it was heavily modified and connected to it by a wire was a small box, a black box. He put the laptop in his lap and put the box next to him on the ground. You carried all that on the hike? You could have showed me all this stuff back at your place. I could have, yes, but didn't want to. What I have here is a game changer, man. If the government is tapping our phones and TVs, I don't want them to know about this. He pressed a couple of buttons and the machine made a whimpering startup sound. It takes a minute to get going. What does it do? I asked again. It can create, destroy, and transport matter, he said bluntly, then sighed long and hard. I could tell that he had been waiting to tell someone about it. I didn't have an answer to what he had said. I was silent. I didn't believe him, but at the same time, I believed he was about to show me something. Something I'd never forget. Dread began to boil up inside me. You don't believe me, he smiled. I wouldn't believe me either. But let me show you once this gets working. He patted his hand on the box like a man would pat his dog's head. You're really telling me that thing can just, what, create something out of nothing? He smiled, never thinned. Yes, and delete something into nothing. And it can move matter in a millisecond. No, even faster. So your box breaks every law of physicals. It's not my box, it's the machine. A couple of beeps came from the modified laptop. He typed a couple of things frantically, then looked at my eyes. His smile had been replaced with a stern, determined grimace. Hold out your hand, he said. I obeyed and let my hand out, palms towards the sky. Ready? He said. I nodded wordlessly, my tongue in my throat. He pressed a button and I felt a weight in my hand instantly. Faster, even. My jaw dropped slightly and all my connections, all my senses, and all my sanity was working overtime, trying to comprehend what had just happened. In my hand was a nice, shiny red apple. It came from nowhere. There was no sound, no wind, no whoosh or kaboom. It did not exist the second before, but there it was, sitting in my hand. Now, hold out your other hand, he said. I was not looking at him, but I knew he still had his serious face on. I complied and held out my other hand. Almost hysterically, my eyes were still transfixed on the apple. That is, until it wasn't there. It had moved to my other hand. If you could call it moving. It transported. It teleported. It shifted through time and space like it was no big deal. And then a couple seconds later, it vanished. Gone. He deleted it, never to be seen again. Frustrated, excited, terrified, those three emotions batted out of my head, and I took a deep drawl of air, realizing I had stopped breathing somewhere in those 20 seconds or so. How? That was all I could manage to say. Later, he told me. Later, I'll tell you how everything works. Quit your job. Work with me. I know, it's mind-boggling. Come work with me on it. It can be improved. There's so much to do. But I need a paycheck and... No, you don't. When I say this is a game changer, I meant it. What do you need money for? Food. We can create all that food you need. You need a new house? Or you want one? We can build this one with it. But how are you going to keep the lights on? We hook it up to a battery-run generator. And we simply create the replicate of battery with a fresh one every day. Car, gas, water. I haven't had a bank account for a full year, man, and I never need 1 cent again. My hands were still stretched out. My body felt like it was in shock. Okay. He smiled. Up here. Okay, let's do it. He closed the laptop and put it to his side. He cracked a beer open, even though it was 8:30 a.m. He looked to the sunset, and I turned and watched it too. The The possibilities are endless, he said. So, you've tested it a lot, I'm assuming? Yep, a whole lot.